Well, hello, my friends! Time Architect here, and welcome to another episode from the Zetacraft SMP server. Hope you all are ready for a What? What in Zetacraft is that? What? What is this? My name's Bob, and he loves eating packed ice. Well, Bob, I got just the thing for you. Alright, Bob. I hope you don't get a brain freeze from this, but well, I guess here goes nothing. Ooh, you do like packed ice. Alright, well, how much do you want, Bob? Have I exceeded Bob's appetite? Have I filled Bob? Or have I just gone faster than a hopper? What is this anyways? Oh, yeah, I just went faster than a hopper. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit here. Oh, I know you're hungry, Bob. There you go. Okay. Well, wherever Bob came from, hopefully it's somewhere chilly, because otherwise he's going to have a wicked headache from that brain freeze. But welcome, my friends, to another episode of Zetacraft. In the last episode, we spent a lot of time in the shopping district, and I think that we're going to spend a little bit of time away from that a little bit. I've been in a little bit of a creative block lately, so I think that in order to kind of purge my mind of all the stress of working in the shopping district, I think it's time to go on vacation. And what better place to go than my Hobbity holiday home, which was built by Geek Squeak. The first one built on an angle, and he did such a wonderful job. He left me this nice blank canvas. I think we're going to spend a little bit of time in this episode working on it. Which, in case you guys missed it, there's a little bit of a surprise right here, right there. Boom. Secret vault. Because in case you guys didn't know, I'm collecting the emerald ore because I personally think that it's more rare than diamonds. But that's just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And look at this. We already have guests. Well, my friends, it's a little bare right now, but let me go ahead and get to work on it. Alright, so as you guys can guess, all of these shulker boxes are for this holiday home. I just grabbed a whole bunch of just random materials, random blocks, a whole bunch of wood, and we'll see what happens. So sit back, click that like button, be sure to subscribe if you're not, and let's start off by clearing ourselves out a little bit bigger space. Alright, my friends, a bit of excavation has been done. Let's go inside and take a look. So the first thing you'll notice when you walk into this holiday home is this nice long corridor. This was purposeful to kind of draw your eye in. And then immediately off to the left we have this super cozy living room that's going to have a fireplace. And that's basically all I wanted to do on this wing because another Hobbit house is right over there and I don't want to invade their space. Come back across this hallway, you'll walk into the formal sitting room. So you come in here, this is where you take off your boots, your cloaks, hang them up for your long journey wherever that may have led you. And of course, we're straight into the dining room because, you know, hobbits got to eat. So we got our dining room, which is then connected into our kitchen, which then will have a nice fully stocked pantry for all of the Hobbity feast that we'll have going on. Coming back out into here, we'll have another little partitioned wall off, and this will be the garden greenhouse. I just had to take advantage of the fact that this was right underneath this beautiful custom tree by Geek. So I'm gonna take this inspiration of all these roots and stuff growing down and take this one step further, bring these roots down inside here, create a very organic kind of green room, greenhouse designed to grow all the fruits, vegetables, herbs, everything you'll need to feast on there in the dining room. Coming back down into the main hallway, we'll have one bedroom here, and then later on further excavation will lead upstairs that'll have, I think, like 2 bedrooms and maybe a study or something like that. So that is about where I'm at with this. And now comes the difficult part. I'm a pretty large scale builder. You can't really see it way off there, but obviously we have the castle, and that's a pretty grand scale. So this is a bit of a challenge for me to try to kind of scale myself down. So I think in order to do that, we're going to have to go ahead and don on the Creative Cat Skull from Geek Squeak. So from here, I'm going to do a little bit of designing, guys, and I will bring you back in with an update. Alright, my friends, let's go ahead and take off the creative cat skull for a little bit so I can see you all. This has been a fun little challenge. Ignore the white wool over there, we'll get to that. But let's go ahead and see what I've done so far. So first of all, the front might need to get a little bit of rework, but I made it so where you have to like crawl to get in. Kind of give it that more circular kind of shape. And then of course the doors can be closed, but they look better open. And then here's that hallway. I really like the design in here, kind of ignoring what's off to my left right now. As far as getting that whole kind of circular shape, as well as the mushroom stems add a nice little white pop of color. So then we have the basalt floor to kind of be stone, the nitty gritty when you come in from the outdoors. It would be a little bit more rough. But now, let's go ahead and take a look at the living room. So like I said, I'm no interior specialist, but this took me, let's see, about an hour and a half. Oh man. But here we are, just a nice, quaint, cozy little living room. We got, you know, a little angled sofa for watching the embers burn. You know, it's been a long night of eating and drinking and celebrating with friends, and so the fire's kind of died down there. Nobody has put any more logs on it. And then you have all sorts of bookshelves for reading, which you would access from this side. And then you have this nice cozy little leather lounging chair. And this is an idea from BOO as far as putting the bed tucked back into the wall with a banner in front of it. Not my idea at all, 100% BOO. I want to make sure that I get that out of the way. That was not me. But yeah, I really like the shape of it. I carried through the mushroom stems in here. I'll probably keep that design throughout just to tie it all together. And then also with this really dark, thick crown molding that I have going around the top. Really kind of give it more of a dome look. And then of course just spam paintings all over the wall and put miscellaneous blocks that I could find. But that's about where I'm at for that, my friend. So, I mean, that's one room. Hour and a half, so let's see, I'll be done with this, say, next week or so. I'm just gonna tell you guys now, this episode is probably gonna be quite late. This has been a fun little challenge. I've been enjoying myself, but this is slow going for sure. But with that, my friends, I think I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next room and hopefully get this one done a little bit quicker. Alright, my friends, another 2 hours has passed, and let me go ahead and take off the creative cat skull once again. Man, I actually really got into a rhythm. So first of all, I added in these no peeking little blockers, so that way in case anybody comes sneaking by, they can't take a look. Also, I swapped out that slab because I got tired of having to squat. So there we go. A little bit easier way in. Yeah, let's ignore that. So we already saw the living room. We saw the entranceway. Now here is like the little sitting room, which is more like a gear drop room. I thought seemed more fitting. So you got your barrels, you can hang up your cloaks like I talked about earlier. That'll be a lot brighter once that stone's out of the way. And then I created this little bit of like a hallway transition area, and this leads into the greenhouse room. And by room, I mean more like underneath the tree, which if we were to look, I don't think it actually lines up, but shh, don't tell anyone. So yeah, underneath here we just got a couple little barrels, troughs that we are attempting to grow some stuff. We got plenty of light from the glow lichen and the glow berries and all that. Just a fun little added thing. I think it looks really good. So from the distance, it blends in, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want that to be too noticeable. Geek has worked so hard to kind of create his certain atmosphere around here, and last thing I want is to come in all loud and proud, like, look at me, look at me. You know, this is all supposed to work together. So by blending it into the hillside and recessing it in, I think I accomplished that. And that's about where I'm at. I actually offset the door from these trapdoors to give that little bit of just extra dimension in there, and you can hardly notice it from this side. It just looks a little lighter on the edge. But that's about where I'm at now. I got a few more rooms, but I need to go to bed so I can go to work tomorrow. So hopefully I can keep this momentum going tomorrow. Alright, my friends, I had a good night's sleep. came home after a nice long day at work, feeling quite inspired. So let's jump on in and take a look at the progress. So first of all, I added some more to this hallway here, kind of completed this out, went with the acacia wood to just get a little bit more texture and variation in here, and then kind of built out the entranceway to one of the bedrooms. Haven't got quite to decorating that, as well as the upstairs. That's probably going to be done at a later date. I'm just going to worry about the main floor for now. Cruising back over into this little entranceway, we have the dining room, which I am so proud of how this one came out, guys. Check this out. I got like some tray ceilings to really make this look kind of more dome shaped. Got all sorts of depth with the different layers, the setbacks and such. And then I like the use of the pistons here. I did the same thing over at the green shop in the castle, where you put the block underneath there to extend the piston, gives you little legs to the table. And that's about where I'm at now. I haven't gotten too much more done, and you've already seen everything else. So all I have left to do is the kitchen, the pantry, and one bedroom. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish that out, and I will bring you guys in to check out the finished product. Alright, my friends, the inside of the first floor is now complete. Let's take a look at it, shall we? So last we left off, we had done this dining room, and so now if we were to just kind of cruise on over into the kitchen, it's a very basic setup, but I'm actually quite happy with the end result. Let me just try to squeeze myself in the corner so you can fully take it in. It's simple, but it's all this place really needs. I think it should be enough to cook all the Hobbity meals. And of course we got to grab all this stuff from our little pantry in here, which is a very kind of like cellar looking, truthfully, look, but it holds all the supplies that we need to go ahead and cook for whoever we might have come by. And then the other last little bit on this first floor, excuse me, was this singular like guest bed. And I went pretty simple on this, nothing too crazy. A lot of dark tones, a lot of that dark chocolate Hershey's bar all around in this room, but that's okay. It's really a very the look that I'm going for, and just very cozy, and that's kind of the theme I went with on this. And of course the way up to the stairs. So that is it for the first floor. Now what I want to focus my attention on, if I could squeeze through this doorway, is, remember how I talked about in the beginning how we had this nice little bit of white revealed and then the dark oak here up on top. I talked to Geek and he gave me the go ahead to rework the front just a little bit to make sure that I can hide that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do that last little bit, and I think that's about all we're going to do on this Hobbit holiday home for now. We'll have to add in the second story at a later date. So I'll meet you guys when this is all done. Alright, my friends, I am back, and I am here at the entrance to Geek Squeak's Hobbity Village. And I wanted to bring you guys in right from the very beginning so that we can really immersify ourselves into his environment. He's always talking about how important it is to make sure the sightlines and the perspective and all really great stuff. So I thought that I would start from right out here. We can just do a little walkthrough of the village, and then we will take a look at my Hobbit holiday home. Alright, so just kind of wandering right on in, you just drop down into this nice, very well put together bowl. Got this nice center tree just anchoring it all together. It's like a good gathering place where all of us hobbits can come together, eat, drink, and be merry. Over here, I do believe this is Diosil's house right up on top of this hill. He's got a potato field. He actually just featured it in one of his recent videos. So, yep, Diosil's. And then he's got this wonderful windmill up here. I think it's perfectly placed right up on top of the hill to give you a little bit more of that perspective. And then he's got that really custom tree behind it that he worked with on his live stream. Continuing on over here. Oh, nice little campfire. Let me just warm up my hands right quick. Alright, okay, moving right along. This should be Mai's holiday home. We did see this during the world tour, and his food is very charred. I do believe we joked around and we said that it got turned into diamonds. So he needs to swap out his meat to a new one, because that one is too far gone, unfortunately. I don't even think hobbits would eat that. Up there is his storage room and his nether portal, so we'll skip over that. Inside here we have Ricky's holiday home, and this was the first one in the area, and he was the first one to do the interior. If you want to go see the inside of that, be sure to go and check out his video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. All sorts of promotion going on right now. Cruising on over there. Right above that is Geeks, and he has started on his interior. I'm not gonna go in there. Oh, the Lone Wanderer. I don't know if you guys remember him from episode 1, but Geek had lost a llama over here, and I found him, and he ended up dying trying to bring him back here. So, rip Lone Wanderer down in the comments, guys. Sad, sad days. Maybe it was a donkey. I think it was a donkey. Either way, sad days. Okay, we're skipping by my house for now. Oh, I forgot Megatech, as I was too busy talking about the tree. Okay, so cruising on into Megatecha, he has this nice, very intimate little area, very small, crammed, just the way hobbits like it. Once again, go check out his episode, and in case you don't know where that goes, well, you need to go back and see my Lost in Time episode to find out what's behind there. I'm just not gonna spoil it. You'll have to go and check that episode out for yourselves. Coming out of the wheat fields, over here, this should be Mindless's holiday home. Let me confirm. Yep, and I don't believe he has done an interior quite yet. Yep, very basic at that point, but so much potential. And then up above that, I do believe that this should be Hypno Joe's totally not haunted holiday home. Oh, maybe haunted, excuse me, but I think they're still doing some sort of ritual or something to cleanse that place of whatever's haunting it. And then I believe this one is going to be for Kid. I really like how he took the time to decorate these walls with the composters and the barrels. Adds a very interesting texture onto the walls. And I think that is about it, so let's cruise on back over here so we can get a good look at my Hobbity holiday home. How many times can I say that right without twisting my tongue? Right there back behind me, you can see it. Without further ado, here is my holiday home. I do hope that you guys liked it. I reworked a little bit of the front yard and of course the outside. I didn't really like how the fences were blocking the perspective on it since it was on an elevated platform, so I just kind of smoothed out the terraforming, and then instead of having an actual wall, I decided to go with the bushes. And of course, I need to have my true Bilbo Baggins now go away on my mailbox. So y'all know it's mine, and you know that I want to be left alone. I'm not going on any adventures anywhere soon, except for the one in Megatecha's base. But let's let's not worry about that one, okay? Alright. That was a fun adventure, by the way. Alright, so here is the outside. It was such a pain to try to create a circular look on a diagonal. This was about what I came up with. I think I spent about 45 minutes alone just trying to redo this front little bit here. And I think I went through about 3 or 4 different colors. So by the way, Mindless, thank you for all the terracotta, but I actually didn't end up using any of it. But enjoy my diamonds. So this is more of the brown mushroom blocks as well as the dripstone. Wanted to give it a very earthy tone. The last thing I want is for this thing to be too bright. And I was thinking originally about doing the white concrete powder to kind of match the interior, but it was just far too bright. So then I went for green, and then it completely camouflaged it into the hillside because of all the moss blocks above. So I settled on the browns, with the highlight pieces being this dark oak. And then I kind of refined the pathway over here into the greenhouse, and you all have seen the inside, but just one more time because I just can't help but wander around in here. Also came up with the idea to add in the pressure plates. Don't want to walk on them or else they will activate the trapdoors. But if you stop moving, the pixels, there we go. As long as you're not moving, the pixels stop freaking out. And then of course the kitchen, the pantry, nothing else. You guys saw all of that. don't believe I tweaked anything else. I did rework the windows so that way I could add in some fence gates or fence posts, which I forgot. I'll add those in later. Living room, hallway, and the ground floor bedroom, with of course the opportunity to go upstairs for when I decide to expand it, whenever that is. I don't know. This has been a lot of work, my friends. I do hope that you enjoyed all of the effort I put forth towards this, and I think I can officially say that I am no longer a non-interiors builder. This was such a challenge to build because really, if you think about it, I decorated interiors that were no more than 5 blocks tall. So if you're excluding the blocks that you're standing on in the very top, there's nothing that is greater than 5 blocks. The highest ceiling in here is right inside the dining room, and so you got 5 up to that. So I'm pretty proud of how it came out. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about my interior, and if you guys have any sort of suggestions, once again, be sure to let me know down in the comments. I'm always looking for some positive criticism to try to improve my skills as a builder. But with that, my friends, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my vacation in my holiday home. If you guys liked today's episode, be sure to click that like button, subscribe if you're new. But with that, my friends, this has been Time Architect, and I do hope that you guys have a good one.